Hello everyone, welcome to our pre-calculus pre-recording video. So this is about finding inverse matrix. In our last class we discussed a bit about finding the inverse matrix for 2 into 2, but today we will discuss 3 into 3. Also we will look at the application of 3 into 3 matrix, like 3 into 3 matrix inverse application. Why we are finding this inverse, you will see that, how it helps. We can look at that also. So this is the agenda: inverse matrix definition, then multiplying a matrix by its inverse, what happens, then inverse matrix finding procedure, this and that. Okay, first example, this one is, what does a matrix actually mean? Some data, when you look at some data, it just looks like some random numbers, but usually it comes from some real life situation, real life thing. So this is an example. Different people, what they think about um, federal defense, expense on federal defense. So this is their opinion. So if we arrange all the mail too high, too low, and no opinion, then this way it looks like this. So it means that the application, real life data, we can arrange in a matrix. Okay, this just means that. This is the inverse. To get an inverse of a matrix, suppose how we will understand that a matrix is inverse of another matrix or not. How can we understand that? The rule is this: if we multiply a matrix with its inverse from both way, A inverse A into A inverse or A inverse into A, both of them will give us the identity matrix. So if they give us the identity matrix, then it will be confirmed that they are inverse of each other. Okay. So this condition will always satisfy to be inverse of each other. First of all, to get the inverse, the matrix needs to be non-singular. If a matrix is singular, then there is no inverse. Singular means the determinant comes 0. Okay, the determinant comes 0. Like this example that we said in the class: 2, 3, 1, 6. So this matrix, we cannot find out the inverse, because you can see this 2 into 3 equal to 6, 1 into 6 means 6, so 6 minus 6 means 0. That's why from here we cannot find out the inverse. We cannot find out the inverse. So this is singular matrix. So to find out the inverse, first of all, matrix needs to be non-singular. This is an example of inverse matrix: A equal to this and A inverse equal to this. When you multiply A and A inverse, it becomes identity matrix, and A inverse into A, this multiplication, still it becomes inverse matrix. So this is a proof. How can we establish two matrix? Let's say suppose it is not given. Suppose A equal to this given, and uh, let's say D equal to this given. Something, suppose D equal to this given. Now if we ask, how can you prove that these two matrices are inverse of each other? How can you prove it? So the rule is, you multiply them. First you can multiply AD, then DA. A into this, D, then D into A. In both cases, answer will come identity matrix. Then we can confirm that this is they are inverse of each other. These two matrices are inverse of each other. This way we can prove. For our 2 into 2 matrix, this is inverse finding is super easy. We just use the formula A, B, C, D. Actually, we have the formula right here. Let me show you that here. So if it is A, B, C, D, then the formula is A inverse 1 equals to 1 divided by D. This D means determinant. Then A and D will interchange the position. B and C will take the negative sign. And this D means AD minus BC. D equals to AD minus BC. Then we put the value. Suppose some portion is given here, 2, 3, 5, 1. Suppose this is the question, then we just put it and then we will get the solution. In our last class video also we solved maths of this kind. You can have a look if you want for 2 into 2 matrix. So we said that our next class will be 3 into 3 matrix inverse finding, which is why this video is, we are just making this video. So yeah, this is how we can prove it, and let's find out the inverse of this matrix. Just so 6 into 2 means 12, minus 5 into 2 means 10, 1. Then 2 and 6 will interchange. Minus will come here. Minus will come here. Okay. Then 12 minus 10 means 2. So it will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into this thing. So 2 minus 5. Then minus 2, 6. We can send this 2 inside the bracket. Then we have we have 1 minus 4 by 2 minus 1 and 3. So this is the inverse of this matrix, which is very easy to find. Very easy to find. So let's look at how to find out 3 into 3 matrix inverse. There is so this is an example of 3 into 3 matrix inverse finding. I'll tell you all the steps now. So suppose A equal to this is the given question. This is the given question. We want to find out the inverse of this matrix. First thing is we will find out the matrix of minor. So how to find out the matrix of minor is we take the determinant of starting from 1, row 1, column 1, from here. So when you take this one, then this line and this line cancel out. So we have 2, 1, 1, 1. So from this 2, 1, 1, 1, if we take the determinant, 2 into 1 means 2, 1 into 1 means 1. That means 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 means 1. Then this is called matrix of minor. Minor means this way we take all the boxes. Let me show you first few calculation how it comes. Okay, let me show you all how this first few calculation how they comes. So first one comes for this one, this box 2 1 1 1. Then for the 0, for this 0 we have 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Then for this one we have 0 2 1 1 0 2 1 1. So we have this way we have to continue this whole pattern. So let me show you one more. Then we have to start with this 0 for this line, because our this line is finished. So when we take 0, then we cancel out this line and this line. So you have 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. This way it will come here, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one will come here. And our calculations after this line, from here you will have 2 into 1 means 2, 2 minus 1 means 1, then 0 into 1 means 0, 1 into 1 means minus 1, because this minus this, that's why minus 1, then 0 minus 2, that's why minus 2 here, then 0 minus 1, that's why minus 1 here. Okay, and this way if we continue, all other values will come. So first task is to find out the matrix of minor, and from the matrix of minor, next task is to find the matrix of cofactor. This is easy. For matrix of cofactor, we just have to change the sign using this pattern. Notice that we did not change any sign in this calculation because there are many terms here. So we will change all the sign in one line. And the convention for changing sign is easy: plus minus plus, minus plus minus, plus minus plus. So see, first line just only this one is minus, like our normal rule, regular rule. Second line opposite. Third line again opposite of second line. Or you can say first line and third line is same. These two line is same. Just middle line is opposite. So it means that first one is plus, so it will remain plus. Middle, this one is minus 1, so it will become plus 1 because multiplied by minus sign. Likewise, this way we will have to change all the sign, related sign. This one is minus, so this one will become minus minus plus. This one is plus, so no problem with this number. This way, like last one is plus, here you can see these two will remain plus. So after the matrix minor, then for finding the cofactor, we just change the sign of this number. There is no work here, just change the sign. Next line is also no work actually, no massive work actually. Let me show you what we have done here. This line is now here. In the adjugate matrix, this is called transpose. We make all the column, all the row, we will make it as a column. Okay, all the row. So this line is become here, and then this line is here, then this line is here, like this. Let me draw another box. Then this thing will become here. Okay. So we have this adjugate. Now the rule for finding inverse matrix is 1 divided by determinant of A into adjugate of A. Adjugate already we know, this is the adjugate. Determinant also very easy because we already have the value here. So you see 1 into this 2 into 1 minus this, which means 1. See 1 into 1, determinant finding. Then 0, this 0 into, this is our original matrix. That's why we are doing the calculation from the original matrix. We already have done the calculation here, so, or here also. So that's why we can directly take the calculation from here also, because we already have done it. So basically 1 into this 1, 0 into this minus 1, 0 into, you can write here minus 1 also. So if we write 0 here, minus 0, yeah, minus 1 is better actually. Let's write minus, although it will not make any difference in the calculation here, but just for fairness in the calculation, we should keep a minus there. So 0 into minus 1 plus 1 into minus 2. This is the determinant of A. So when you do the calculation from here, 1, this is 1, this is 0, this is minus 1. So minus 2. So ultimately we have minus 1 here. That means we will have to multiply minus 1 and this, and then we have this answer. This is the final answer for A inverse. I know this is this may sound little bit extra calculation kind of thing, which is true. 3 into 3 matrix inverse finding little bit. It takes little bit of extra time. Little bit of time means little bit of care, so that in the calculation we don't make any mistake. We have another example here. Another example is this: A equal to, let's say this is 38 number from the book. So this is the question. So first, similar way, we find out the matrix of minor. Here, matrix of minor we find, and then cofactor. For the cofactor, we change the sign. We change the sign. This will be, this is plus, minus, plus, then minus, plus, minus, then plus, minus. Actually it looks ugly here. So the rule is plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, then plus, minus, plus. We multiply by this sign here, and then we get this sign. Again, from this line to this line, we just interchange the row and column. Then we get this. To find out the inverse, again we find out the adjugate. This is the determinant. We will have to find out the determinant here, and then adjugate of A. Determinant is 1 into 3, then 2 minus 2. This is minus 2. 3 minus 2 means 1. In this case, determinant is 1, so we will not have to do anything about this. Okay. So we can find out like this. Now, why we are finding this inverse matrix? The reason is, see, Suppose this equation you have to solve and find out the answer. So first we write from the equation, we write in matrix augmented form. So, and this is coefficient matrix, only the coefficient. So we have this, we just separated all the components here. Then we find out the inverse. We find out the inverse. This one's inverse is here. So once we can find out the inverse, if we multiply, this is the constant terms, all the constant terms there. If we multiply the inverse and the constant, then we will get the answer. These are the x, y, z value. So it is easy once we get the inverse, it is easy to solve the equation. Okay. This is this one. We'll try to solve math from here in our class. I think that's all for today, and I'll share another video from Khan Academy also for finding 3 into 3 matrix inverse. Similar method that we explained, same type of thing they also discussed, they also taught. There is another method to find out inverse of 3 into 3 matrix. In our book also we have, that method is row operation. By using row operation also we can find the inverse. But once you get used to this method, will be, I think in the last semester also many people said this method is much more easier than the other method. So that's why we are discussing this method here exclusively. Alright, so see you all, thank you very much. See you in the class, and we will practice this kind of math in the class. Have a good day everyone.